Let's talk.
Giles Brown.
Going to be talking to producer Charlie Foskett after this one, which is, brace yourselves, Colonel Kringles Christmas Hearts Club Band. That was Colonel Kringles, or maybe Cole Kringles, Christmas Hearts Club Band. Now, there's a story behind this. If you thought I'd gone completely psychedelic and lost me more marbles than I've got before, it is the work of friend of the show, I think we can safely so, and looking incredibly festive, because it is none other than Charlie Foskett. Good morning, Charlie. How the devil are you?
Good morning, Giles. I'm pretty good. I'm breathing.
Well, the alternatives are quite something. I must say, your tree decoration game is on point. The listeners can't see this, but unless that is a Zoom screen to die for behind you, that is a very impressive Christmas tree.
No, it's not a Zoom screen. It's my living room. I just thought I'd get beside the tree.
I tell you. Now, I just realised that I said completely the wrong. I assumed that in the video of which I played, the young gentleman with the beard and the glasses like that was you, but actually you're Santa, aren't you? In that, I just realised.
No, I'm not Santa.
You're not Santa either. All right, fair enough. I'll go back to sleep then. All right.
Well, I could be, but I wasn't.
Right. So you're obviously the young lady then with the blonde wig and the miniskirt.
That's me. Yeah.
Right.
Fishnet stockings.
I tell you, it's the season to be jolly, and you got to keep your Satsuma somewhere. Now, moving swiftly onwards, tell me, for those who don't know, they don't know who you are, and trust me, at this point in the season, we don't know who on earth we are anyway. But it says, quote unquote, having worked with 2 Beatles, a brace of Stones, and a partridge in a pear tree. Explain. Give the listeners the Charlie 101 if you could do.
People say, who have you worked with? Primarily, I've been a record producer for like the last 100 years.
Yes.
So I've worked with a few people, and a lot of weirdos, a lot of great, a lot of wonderful people. But my CVs that enter the M1 motorway, and they go, well, who have you worked with? I go, oh my God, good. Okay, 2 Beatles, a Rolling Stone, and John Paul Jones, a Led Zeppelin, and will that do? They go, oh yeah, impressed. So I don't have to yap on about it anymore.
Do you ever get that at dinner parties? The people who don't know you, and they sit down and they go, I write a bit of music myself, would you like to hear here's my song, 3 chords on a guitar, and they say, what have you done? And you go, ba-ding.
No, I just say, look, they say, what do you do? I just say, I stack deck chairs on the beach.
And where do you live? Are you inland somewhere? Yeah.
I live in a cave next to the beach.
Exactly. So, tell me about Colonel... Is it Cole Kringles? Is it Colonel Kringles?
That's an abbreviation for Colonel,
I was just checking. It could just... Because at this point of the festive season, I'm trying to work out which way is up, Charlie, to be honest with you. So,
yeah, it could be Colin, but it's not. It's Colonel.
One of the great folk musicians. Where is he now? Colin Kringle and his mandolin.
Colin Kringle.
His mandolin.
Sorry, what was the question?
Oh, who knows? Okay, explain a little bit then about what is this song, for example, because people will say that song sounds like it's fallen out of, I don't know, say the Linda's Farm back catalogue from circa 1975.
Yeah, I don't hear Linda's Farm, although Marty Craggs, who is one of the 2 singers. There's Craigsy, who I've known since I was 17. Yeah. He was with Lynyrd Swan for about 20 years, and I just rang him up and said, do you want a gig? So he showed up, and I stuck him in the box, stuck a mic in front of him and said, sing this. Yeah. And then I decided it should be a duet, so I got my daughter, India Foskett, to do the female side of it. I think the second verse of the song. But Diego...
I'm so glad I didn't say anything inappropriate then about the blonde lady, because that's your daughter, is it?
Well,
there's 2 gorgeous blonde singers. Are they just models who've been put in by Central Casting?
No. They're all musos. They're all musicians. But yeah, she was in the house next door to the studio. I said, can you get in here and sing that on there? And so she, being my daughter and I'm being dad, it's like, I'll audition it. What is it? Just do as you're told for once. Yeah, so she sang on it.
Right.
The song crikey. The story is 10 years ago, or near enough 10 years ago, Diego Guzman, who wrote the song, rang me up and said, "I've got this Christmas song." And I went, "Oh, yeah, great." You know,
the enthusiasm just let through there, Charlie.
It was a sort of hard rock, American hard rock, and sounded like the Hot Chili Peppers. And I went, it needs warming up. If you want a Christmas song, you need to warm it up a bit and get a bit of the usual mistletoe and all the usual crap.
The usual Yule, you mean, basically?
The usual Yule. Yeah. And so he said, "Well, what do you think?" I said, "Why don't we go Beatles-esque on it?"
Yeah.
So I'm kind of here, the melody's great. I'm hearing it more like, let's go sort of vintage Beatles-esque. So that's what I did. And I got, a string section in and all the rest of it. And of course, the Colonel Kringles, blah, 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 was a sort of a bit of a nick from Sergeant Pepper's Lonely whatever.
Yeah.
And, and we had a ball doing it. But as musos go, Diego went off with the track. The job was done. I was on to the next client. And, whether you're in a studio doing a gig, whether you're touring, you're with the musicians, and then you don't see them for years until there's another gig.
Yeah.
And you're gigging with them again. So I hadn't seen him for donkeys. And he rang out of the blue, and I just moved house. And I said, "Oh, how did that go?" He went, "Oh, I didn't release it." I said, "Well, I've just actually found it on an old hard drive. It's like, this is too good to, I've just listened to it again after all this time. I feel like I've just discovered the crown jewels, or jewels on the Nile, or whatever. We've got to get this out." So it's eventually released into the world. And and the video, which obviously you've been watching,
yes,
that was great.
Yes,
we had a great fun directing that, and it was actually directed. It was filmed in the middle of July, so I was hanging out the upstairs window of the snow machine, getting soap flakes floating down in front of their window.
You see, that's the glamour side of the rock and roll business, Charlie, that the public don't. You've just like opened. It's like the Wizard of Oz. Pay no need to the man behind the curtain, because you're there. The glamour rock and roll. You with soap bubbles outside the window, hanging
out the window upstairs. Yeah. Yeah, and Santa was an old mate of mine who's an actor. He was a record company exec from Island Records years ago. And I said, "Do you want to play Santa?" "Oh, yep, I'll do that." He gets tons of parts as a rabbi or a down and out, or what. He's in movies all the time, popping up in kind of shop doorways. Anyway, he played Santa, and he's in the fireplace with his bottle of rum.
I was going to say, nobody's done. I mean, he actually owns that part. I mean, method acting for that one. I mean, it's Stanislavski. It really is. You can tell. I was like, this is the Santa for our ages. He must have really prepared hard for that role.
Yeah, but Santa. Well, actually, he went out to make a phone call in the middle of Tring. I don't know if you know Tring.
Yeah, of course.
So Tring's a lovely little town. And it's so in the middle of the afternoon in July, and he's sitting along the road in a bus shelter making a phone call, and somebody took his photo, and he was all over the local press.
As
Santa's lost his way. Santa in the middle of July. Anyway, carry on.
So, when you come to do a Christmas record, when you're doing a record, which is that special time of year, as the Americans say, that most wonderful season. I mean, is it very? You have to basically, get the reel to reel, but we don't do that anymore, do we? Get the hard disk and shake it and make sure that nothing too festive to avoid all the cliches, is what I'm saying, Charlie.
Well, I get fed up with hearing Christmas singles because, like any music I listen to, I'm sort of far too over analytical, and I'm remixing it in my head as I'm hearing it. And just every damn Christmas record's got a tenor saxophone on it, and bells and all the usual stuff, and I didn't want to do that. I thought, let's go Beatles-esque. So we did, and I got a guy to come in, Diesel Martin on guitar. He said, what's the gig? I said, I want it to be George Harrison. So he got his bottleneck out and did that, and that along with the strings and the horns and stuff. I think in any production, whether it's music, whether it's film, whatever, as a producer, you're looking to capture the magic. Now, that's not the craft. That's got nothing to do with crafting the actual gig. It's finding something in the ether that you're going to grab hold of and put into this thing that you're making. And that's what I look for in everything that I produce, whoever the artist is. And I think we captured a fair bit of magic in So Merry Christmas, everyone.
Is it like one of these superhero movies where they start calling in, they bring in the Hulk from here and I don't know, the Flash from there and Spidey, and they all get together. It's like Avengers assemble, disassemble. And so do you think, all right, he's going to be perfect for that part? And also, because you've known them for a while now, do they sort of knuckle down and get on with it, or do they just have a bit of a laugh and think, okay, we'll go down to Charlie's and we'll go for a pint afterwards? I mean, how difficult is it do you rule with an iron rod, Charlie, when you get them in the studio?
Who is them? Are you talking about the superheroes that I get in?
They're talking about because I had an awful band, and my bass players come back from a gig being the bass player in the Hard Rock Cafe in Bogota, which is a gig everybody wants, I think, at least once in their life. And we're getting the band back, and I haven't seen him for 5 years, and it's like, okay, we don't know. We've got the original drummer back, and we're like, okay, have we progressive musicians, or are we just basically still a bunch of 17-year-old kids knocking stuff around? So when you get your lot back in, is it like, do they start muck around for a bit, or do you say, right, the sooner we get this done, the sooner we can go off and enjoy ourselves?
It depends on the type of musician. Yeah. If you're getting session guys in, it's business. They come in and you get the very best. If you book the right guys for the right job, of course. Yeah. And they just get down to the job. They want to see the part and blah, 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 blah. And it's all that. And it's all done. Some of them are so incredible players. They can play the thing before they've heard it, and it'll be amazing. And that always knocks me out. I can't do that. I've got to kind of craft something, and then whilst crafting something, then look for the magic. If you're just talking to guy, if you're talking about regular musicians in a band, I guess we've all got our 17-year-old hats on and a pair of big old headphones. And a white T-shirt.
That's very good. Ladies and gentlemen, I am wearing a baseball cap, a pair of big headphones, and a white T-shirt. It's Charlie fizzes that one down the backhand like bleeding.
A big goofy smile on her face.
Yeah.
Get the drugs out.
Well, moving swiftly onwards because it is only 11:45. But it's whatever in Bogota. Did you actually have to threaten the drummer with a click track, or that put the fear of God into him?
I work everything pretty much with a click track unless it's something that's live.
Yeah.
And that's just to, I work both, but normally if you've got a drummer who can't play to a click track, you're screwed. Yeah. Because if you're the bass player,
was that? I said just to the listeners under the age of 8, he said Scrooge, by the way, just so you know. Yes.
It's Scrooge. I once played Scrooge. That's another story.
Okay.
Anyway,
was that okay? Well, I'll get on that. Okay, so what are you hoping to accomplish with this particular magnum opus, then, Charlie? Is it to bring peace on earth in one foul swoop? Because in a world that's basically losing its marbles, are you hoping people listen to this song and come together and sing Kumbaya and basically peace on earth?
Well, that would be very nice, wouldn't it?
Yes, in a word, yeah.
That would be pretty damn good. It has got that little section in the middle, which was I seem to remember my idea. And let's get a little bit hippie on this, and yeah, ban the bomb and stuff. And the world today, I don't get me talking about that. You know, that's a real downer.
Right.
No, I'm not going to talk about that. So yeah, a little bit of that's nice.
Yeah. And so just a peek into your lifestyle. What is festive Foskett like then? I mean, I see the tree. Are you going to be working over the festive period? Because you just get into the studio to avoid the in-laws or, you know, the children or what? What's festive Foskett? What's festive Foskett? Which is going to be your next Christmas. Yeah, which is going to be your next Christmas album.
Can you just pronounce that slowly? Festive
Foskett.
Festive Foskett is it's just a wonderful gig. It's wonderful. We live in this beautiful village in Buckinghamshire, which is just an oasis of calm. And it's very cool. It's very Christmassy. Yeah. We've got the tree here. We've got the kids. We'll be having a few parties and lots of people eating lots of food, talking a right pile of
festive whatevers,
festive whatever, and playing instruments. And we'll be, you know, a bit of ad hoc music, and down the other end of the living room, we'll probably set up some gear and make a noise.
Marvellous. And there might even be some musical instruments as well. Moving swiftly onwards, what's the plan for 2026?
2026, I'll just keep breathing.
Right, okay. Apart from that, obviously, I mean, you've got working on some new stuff. Are you gigging? Are you bringing anybody? Yeah, go on.
Yeah, I am working on a project, which is a pretty serious project. It's something very, very close to my heart, and I've been doing it now since just before lockdown. It's called Duets for the Anti-Cancer Crusade. Basically, it's an old age pensioner who no one knows, no public profile at all, can't sing for toffee, and he's recording duets with a lot of household names. And it's not just rock and pop singers; it's celebrities, it's actors. Lots of actors think they can sing. Some of them can. Anybody who's on the box, and we'll get big sponsorship for that, and that will all go on the table to it's all aligned to the support of new cancer treatments. And being a cancer survivor twice over myself, I can't think of anything more meaningful to get on with. And musically, we're looking at all kinds of songs. We're writing a lot of songs. I'm writing with a lot of top writers. And the styles, the genres of music are right across the board.
And if people want to check out the single which we just played earlier, by all the usual outlets, you can download it, you can order it, you can
go to whatever, you know, Spotify and all the other Spotifys.
Yeah. And the website, is it still Foskett's Folk Factory? There we go. Foskett's Folk Factory.
Take your teeth out.
I tell you, yeah. Festive Fox. Well, I can't. Yeah. Is it Foskett? Is it FFF?
Well, that could stand for something else. Yeah. That's your choice.
Indeed. FoskettsFolkFactory.com. That is the website. No.
That is my kind of artiste website, but it'll just the front page is there's a lot of stuff on there which you might find interesting or not. Depends where you're coming from. If you're coming from, 1960, you probably won't be here.
Well, exactly. We're shaking your head going, what happened? I don't know what to do with my 8-track. Well, it won't fit in anything these days. Do you have a festive message for the listeners?
A festive message? Eat too much Christmas pudding.
I think that's something that we can all get behind. Go forth, ladies and gentlemen, girls and boys, and whatever else you're identifying as this morning, because it's Colonel Kringles Christmas Hearts Club Band. So Merry Christmas, everyone. You'll find it by all the usual outlets. It's been once again, Charlie, it's been an absolute pleasure to speak to you. You're actually the last live interview I'm doing before Christmas Day. So there you go. So you're ending this festive period, or beginning this festive period, as we mean to go on.
Well, thank you very much. I'm completely honoured.
Yes, indeed. The single is called So Merry Christmas, Everyone. It's by Colonel Kringles Christmas Hearts Club Band. It's by Festive Foskett himself. Charlie, it's been an absolute pleasure. Outstanding tree. And Merry Christmas to you and your king. How's that?
Great, Giles. Smashing.